And we're going to dive right into this. So welcome, everybody. Tonight is a basic boot camp training. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And this training is back to the basics. We want to show you how to fully capitalize. Just going to move some things on my screen so I can see. Capitalize from this compensation plan. And I'm just moving some things around. There's Brian's face. So Brian, I can only see you now. So if you lose me or we freeze, just give me a hi sign or something on there. Can you see my screen, Brian? Awesome. All right, everybody. So let's talk about the benefits of this incredible compensation plan and how to grab this money. We're not talking about products. We're not talking about the amazing science in this incredible company. We're going to talk about the comp plan. Excuse me. So real basics right here. Simple glossary. What does BV stand for? BV is business volume. It's a point system. Every single product has points attached to it, okay? And you'll understand what we do with these points in a second. So BV is business volume, and PV is your personal business volume. So points from your team is the BV, and points from what you personally generate. And then we have an active status category. Active status means you're purchasing a minimum of 100 points every 30 days. So you hear a lot of us talk about when we set someone up on auto ship, we set them up for every 29 days. And there's a reason for that. And we'll talk about it at the end. It's basically to capitalize and get paid on what you're putting in your mouth. And you get paid on your own products. So real simple glossary here, BV, PV, and what it means to be active. There are 5 essential ranks in this company, in the Isagenix compensation plan. I should have actually put in at the top here, a customer, because now we all start as customers. If you enroll as a customer, and I'm proud to say we have about 85% of our entire company are just customers, and that is huge. That really, again, there's so many things that sets Isagenix on top of, I believe, everybody else in this industry and leading the way, and that's because we have 85% of our company are customers. They're coming to us as their Whole Foods. That legitimate, that makes this business legitimate in the world's view. You know, you should have a large customer base. Many companies don't. There's more associates and builders than there are customers. That's not the case here. So once you enroll as a customer, there's a way to become an associate. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes. After you become an associate, you become a manager, director, the next level up. Whoops, that's out of order there. I put this in Keynote. You know what? I'm going to stop this because I don't want to give anybody the wrong impression. Let's move that. I don't know how that got bounced up there. And we're going to make that consultant, customer. There we go. I love doing things on the fly. All right. So you become a customer when you first enroll. And then you become an associate. I'll show you how to do that. The next rank advancement is a consultant. Then you become manager, director, and executive. That's it. So there's really 6, or I should say 5 rank advancements after you started as a customer. How to become an active consultant. The key to getting paid in this business is that we want to create consultants. You may not get paid at the ranks beforehand, but you're still, I should say, when you go from customer to associate, you're not getting paid yet, but you're collecting volume, and that volume is what gets you paid. So this is the key to residual income. When we all enroll, we become a customer. We get our products. We love the products. We stay on them, and we just stay a customer, which is fine. But if you want to capitalize on the revenue, we've got to move from customer to an associateship. And how do you do that? It's very simple. You simply go to your back office. You click on Become an Associate. There's a button there that says Become an Associate. You input your social security number, you input your birth date, and you watch a 3-minute video. Boom, you're now an associate. You've done the training that's required to leverage this compensation plan. Again, this company is brilliant on so many levels. They don't just want to give people an ability to earn money just because. They want people to have a focus on whether you're sharing part-time, making a couple dollars, or making a real residual income from this. There's steps that are appropriate to take. So once you're enrolled as an associate, then when you're sharing this with people in your network, and you share this with one person and you put them on your right team, you share this. What's that? Did I lose you? Nope. Okay, good. So basically what you're gonna place people on your right team or on your left team. So in this business, we have two teams. Okay. I enroll at the top here. I don't know if you can, I don't have a mouse here. I enroll at the top and I become a consultant. I become a consultant by enrolling one person on my right side and one person on my left side that's using products that equates to over 100 BV in points. Okay. So they get on, I don't know, the value pack. There's 320 points in the value pack. Okay. So that person qualifies to make you a consultant. And remember, there's only two teams. It'll become clear in a second. So what happens is you want to maintain your consultant status. Okay. And you maintain your consultant status by having someone on your right that's generating over 100 points and someone on your left. It's very simple. And now Isagenix says, if you accumulate 100 points on your left, so say you enroll a customer on your left side at 50 points, and then you enroll another person on your left side at 50 points, that equates to 100 points. That's all you need to be an active consultant. Very, very simple. So this is what the tree looks like. As I said, you enroll, you have a right team and a left team, basically. Everybody's got only two teams. So one of the most difficult decisions we come across when we're building this business is, am I going to put Brian on the left side or am I going to put Brian on the right side? Am I going to put Linda on the left side? And there's strategies behind that. But what you're seeing in front of you right now is your simple business growing, right? I've placed them on the left or I've placed them on the right. And as long as I have at least 100 BV from my right team, which you're going to see in a second, it's the minimum is incredible because it's not much at all. As long as I have an accumulative amount of BV on my right side, an accumulative amount of BV that equals 100 on my left side, that gets me to that place called consultantship, or to become a consultant. So, and this is what you look like as your team grows. Okay, you're enrolling people on both sides. Now, give me a nod here if everybody's with me. Good. Okay. So what happens here? I'm going to skip through this. So you're going to see some circles on your screen here. You'll see something at the top, MGR. That's manager. So we start as a customer. We go to our back office. We click become an associate, and now we want to start capitalizing on this money. After you become an associate, you become a consultant. A consultant means one person on your left, one person on your right. That's got an accumulative BV of 100 on each side. And now the next rank advancement is manager. And what manager means is you plus two, them plus two. I circled these because this is the slide that stumps everybody sometimes. So if you look on the left side, you'll see a number 1 in a blue circle. That's my first consultant. Then look to your right side at the top, you'll see a green circle, number 2. That's my consultant 1 and 2. Now I want to help my consultant 1 find their 2 people. Okay? When they become a consultant on their right, and my consultant on my left becomes a consultant, basically, I become a manager. It's called you plus 2, them plus 2. So, let me advance here. Well, stick with me for a second. Sorry, guys, my screen froze for a second. Okay. So I'm going to go back to that slide and it'll make more sense. So a cycle means you've accumulated 900 points from both sides combined. So basically, you've got to accumulate 600 points on one side and 300 points on the other, or 300 points on that first side and 600 points on the other. You need to accumulate 900 points. That generates a cycle, and a cycle means $54. So if someone cycles one time, they made $54, right? If they cycle 2 times, they made $108. Okay? Let's go back to our tree. So we all have 2 teams, a right team and a left team. All you need is 600 points on the left and 300 points on the right, and you'll cycle. Or 300 points on the left and 600 on the right, and you'll cycle. And this isn't just from people that you enroll. So this is where people start to say, oh my goodness, this is huge. these are people that are being placed in your business that you'll probably never even meet. We have around 5,000 people on our team. We know maybe, I don't know, a couple hundred of them maybe. But a lot of them have been enrolled by the majority of the team. So when you look over here, Catherine on my left came in and her order accumulated 200 points. Daniels came into the group and his order accumulated 200 points. Madonna under Daniel, these are all on my left side, accumulated 200 points. So all these points start filling up my bank account at the top. They equal 600 points in my account. And the same thing on the right side. So Isagenix says, wait a second, you're going to be cycling more than once a day, hopefully. That's the key, multiple times, not just a week. So there's going to be holdover volume. So when you look at this slide, you'll see on my left team, say this just happened in a day, right? Or let's just say it was a week. It doesn't matter. 4, 6, 8, 1,000 points I accumulated on my left team. Okay, I accumulated 1,000 points from people's order. Now, I know Catherine, I know Daniel. I have no idea who Madonna is. Madonna was put in by Greg, who's way above us, somewhere up the tree, because everybody's got 2 legs. So Greg put Madonna in the business, and Catherine enrolled Christine at the bottom here. I don't know who they are, but I'm still getting paid the same amount of commission that they are on this. And this is where the leverage really kicks in. So I've accumulated 1,000 points from my left team, and on my right team, I've accumulated 450 points. So as I told you before, we only need 900 points to cycle, right? So from the left side, if I have 1,000 points, the company is going to deduct 600 points from that 1,000, and there's going to be 400 left. On the right side, the company is going to deduct 300 points, and then there's going to be 150 left on the right side. Okay? So Isagenix says you get to keep those points until they cycle again, until you build up another 200 on the left and another 450 on the right. And another 150 on the right. That's another cycle. Many companies, after you go through a month, they take all the volume away. You will never lose the volume as long as you're doing your minimum. Your minimum is purchasing 100 BV a month, 100 BV, and you have 1 active person on your left and 1 active person on your right. Okay? So that's what a cycle is. You can cycle up to 250 times per week on your entire group's volume. That's a lot of cycles. That's like $700 plus $1,000 a year. It's $13,500 a week without bonuses. So you can make up to, I think, 13.5 and then 26, I think, or 25, 26,000 with bonuses a week. All right, but we're going to keep this nice and tight and simple to start out here. So that's the cycles and how your team starts to grow here. I want to go back to the rank advancements. Okay, so we all start out as customers. We go into our back office and we click on, I want to be an associate. So this is an old slide, so it says we start as an associate, so just disregard that. We now clicked, I want to be an associate. We did that. And now we want to become consultants. That's where you start to generate that revenue and you actually start to get paid. Simply stated, a consultant is you plus 2. You plus 2. You with 1 person on your left, 1 person on your right, you now are able to turn that BV into money. Okay? So that's what it looks like. You're green up top and you enroll 2 people at 100 BV, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, you're a consultant. Now, when you become a consultant, the company says, thank you very much for rank advancing. You've now hit the next level in leadership. We're going to give you a $50 bonus. So as soon as you become consultant, the company gives you $50 on top of that, upfront money. Manager is the next rank advancement, or RAB, okay? That means you plus 2, them plus 2. So you start 2 people, okay? And then you help those people start 2 people. See, this compensation plan works like this. You really only need to enroll 2 people. Minimum. I mean, no one does it because you're going to make a lot more money a lot faster when you keep sharing this with people. And the people who are ready and want this will do it. And the people that won't, that's okay too. We're just sharing what we know can help them. But when they make money, they stay. So our job is you plus two, them plus two. That's called manager. So when you get to that level, Isagenix gives you $100 bonus for every consultant that you make, up to 20. So that's an extra $2,000. So if I make a consultant, say Linda, I help her find her 2 people. She becomes a consultant. I get $100 for Linda. Every time I make a Linda, I get the $100, up to 20. Okay. And if you make manager within your first 60 days, we try to do this with people in their first week, 2 weeks, at least by the first month. But Isagenix says, okay, some people, they don't jump right into the business. They want to use some of the products, or they're just a little slow to get started, and that's up to them. We'll give you 60 days. If you become manager, remember, you plus two, them plus two, in 60 days, they give you an additional $250 on top of the $50. So that's a $300 cash bonus just for sharing this with people, okay? A director level. After manager, you become director. That's you plus two, them plus two. So that's manager 3 times. So manager 3 times is a director, okay? And a director level means when you hit that level and you have those people that you've shared and helped start their people, Isagenix is going to give you another $750 if you do this within your first 120 days. That's a long time, and you can do it, okay? It's with people that'll help you do it and show you how to do it. So that's director. Now, executive is the highest level in Isagenix, but then there's also subsidiary levels within executive. But executive is where people's lives start to change. I'm not saying you can't make a lot of money at director. You certainly can. We've maxed out the pools a few times in the director pool. Dr. Brian has done that, and some of you on this call have done that also. And we're not going to get into pools tonight. Lisa's going to do a training on that. This is just the basics. So director, you can make a lot of money also. But when you become an executive, some things start to happen. But what executive means is you have 5 consultants on your left leg and 5 consultants on your right. Not 10, not 20, not 30, 5 and 5. A total of 10 consultants. 5 on your right, 5 on your left. You're now an executive. What does that mean? Well, first off, if you do this within your first 6 months, Isagenix is going to give you another $1,000 bonus. It's called Crystal Executive. You do it in 6 months, you get the Crystal bonuses. When we first started, they just started doing this when we first started. So Lisa and I did this in 4 months. We became Crystal Executives. And then they used to have resets, and we do it again and again. People can take advantage of this money as many times as they do it. I'm not sure they're restarting these anymore. They've enhanced the bonus plan, so they're actually giving us more money in other areas. And again, we'll talk about that on another call. But you plus two, them plus two, 5 times on your right, 5 times on your left, 5 consultants right, 5 left, you become an executive. When you become an executive, you also get 10% cycle match of all of your consultants. So if you have a consultant that's cycling 10 times, you get 1 cycle put onto yours on top of all the bonuses and the other things that we're going to talk about that generate you money. On top of everything, they give you 10% cycle match. So imagine if you have 20 consultants and they're cycling 20 times each. That's 2 extra cycles for each one, or 10 times each. That's 1 extra cycle for each one. That cycle match money is huge, and that is a game changer in many people's businesses, having that cycle match. So what do you need to do? Let's keep this so simple. Get yourself enrolled, right? A membership is $29 for the entire year. You actually get free membership with the Ultimate Pack, the Value, and I think the Premium Packs, that $29. The second year, I believe it's $19 to take this opportunity. It's crazy. It's very, very inexpensive. So what do? You get enrolled, you purchase a qualifying pack, and then you share with others. We go to work to make this so complicated and to make it weird. If I bought a new pair of sneakers, and I love these sneakers, and I'm a runner, and I'm really not a runner, but say I was a runner, and I love to run. I found the light pair of sneakers. They're super comfortable, and I run really fast in them. And I know a bunch of runners, and I'm having conversations, and people are looking to gain, chop their time in half and win races. I'm going to say, Jen, check out these sneakers I just got. You got to go try a pair. She says, okay, that's awesome. Or no, I like my sneakers. That's okay. That's it. I'm not married to her decision. That's what this is. We get so carried away and so, emotionally involved with, oh my God, are they going to say yes? Are they going to say no? and we get thrown off track. And this is a big shift in our business. When we stopped caring what people say, it became, you want some more coffee? Yes or no? Yes or no? You want some more water? Yes or no? It's really as simple as that. So here's what happens. This is how you share. This is what happens with the revenue with the share, I should say. It's called you share, they share, repeat. This is how you can earn $900 right away, okay? The most common pack that we enroll people on is the value pack, okay? The value pack, I believe, has the most value to it. There's the business builder pack, which we do for someone who comes in just for the business. We do this with all the practitioners we enroll. We put on a business builder pack because they need to experience the products if they're going to talk to their patients about it. If you own a business and you're going to start a business up and you have employees, you're going to go on the business builder pack. Now, you can enroll people however you want. This is just what we do. The next pack down, that's $1,099, I think. The next pack down is the value pack, and that's what I'm going to show you today. And that is the most common pack. You get almost, I think, $900 or $1,000 worth of products in there. It has the highest retention. There's so many benefits, and we're really not going to talk about the benefits tonight. But I want to show you the financial benefits to it also. So you enroll on a value pack, okay? Now, you understand this. You understand what you're doing, and you're so excited about this. You see the benefits from this, and you say, listen, my friend John, he's not sleeping. He has horrible sleep. He has no energy. I'm gonna get John on the program. I think he's gonna benefit from it. You introduce John to the program. John starts up on the value pack, okay? And there's a PIB attached to the value pack. A PIB is a product introductory bonus. So Isagenix says, thank you, Jennifer, for introducing your friend John. Because he came in on a value pack, we're gonna give you $100 bonus, a coaching bonus or a bonus. Just it's upfront money, okay? John gets on the system. But you also put Mary on the system, right? Mary wants to lose weight. You say, Mary, I'm doing this great program. I think you'll benefit from it. I don't know if it's for you or not for you. And she says, yeah, I've been trying to lose weight for 14 years or whatever. She gets on the program. Isagenix gives you, Jennifer, another $100 as a bonus for putting Mary on the pack, okay? And what happens now is pretty incredible, right? Isagenix says, wait a second. If you recommend 2 people to this program within a week, okay, from Monday to Sunday, we're going to take away $100 from those packs, and we're going to double both of them. We're going to give you $200 for each pack, okay? I failed to say when I started, the value pack is $589, okay, $589. So you purchase that pack, and it's a phenomenal value. When you understand this pack and get back with your consultant or the person that invited you here tonight, or someone can educate you on this program, it's a no-brainer why we should do this pack. The value that you get, let alone the results. So this company says if you enroll more than one person in a week, we're going to double the PIB. So if you enroll 3 people in a week, that's $600, right? So it's just more than one person. That's all it is. So you just made $400 there, but also you became a consultant because I told you before, when you enroll 2 people, one on your left, one on your right, Isagenix says, thank you. Here's a $50 bonus, rank advancement bonus. You just made $450 right away. So wait a second. I bought a program that was $589. I just made $450. That's a no-brainer. My pack is like $100 and something. That's crazy, right? So that's why we want to show people how to eat for free, how to get paid, how to make their money back. If someone has a price objection, that's okay. Let me show you how to do this. Let me show you how Isagenix will benefit you and compensate you for sharing this. And then your program can be free. One more person or $100 and something. It's crazy. So you plus 2, and now your job is to help John find his 2, right? So you help John find Sue and Peter, okay? And John became a consultant. So Jennifer just made another $100 because she helped John become a consultant. And then she says, Mary, who do you know? It's all who do you know, who do you know? Who do you know that wants to lose weight? Who needs more energy? Who wants to make some extra money? Whatever it is. And they enroll in the program on the value pack, okay? You get another $100 because Mary became a consultant. So just to summarize here on the right-hand side, these are the bonuses you just got. $400, $600, $650. You just made money by doing you plus 2, them plus 2. And what Isagenix does, as I told you before, This is manager. It's you plus two, them plus two. Isagenix gives you another $250 in cash up front. You don't have to wait. It happens right away for becoming a Crystal manager because you made manager within 60 days, right? How incredible is this? Anybody who's got a monetary issue or they don't know if they can spend the money, great, let me show you. I'm going to do this with you. I'm going to help you get paid on your products. How crazy is this? You just made $900, right? $900, and you spent $589. Do you know when you show someone how to get their program for free, they stay forever? When you show someone how to make $1, they stay 75% chance that they stay forever, let alone making them more than $1. It's crazy. It's crazy. So if you do more, you're going to double each one of those. We had someone in Australia once, I think he did 11 value packs. Yeah, that's a lot of upfront money. This is just upfront money, everybody. This isn't even the residual money, right? There's money on top of this. I'm just showing you the upfront money because of the fact that the residual money takes some time for those gears to kick in. Isagenix understands people need to pay bills, so that's why they give you this upfront money to front load the system so you're making money while you're waiting for this residual to kick in. And remember, every product and every pack has points attached to it. This value pack has 320 points attached to it. That's building up on both your legs too. So becoming an executive, right? Remember I told you 5 consultants on your left, 5 on your right. Why is that important? Because again, I want you to see this and not forget this. 10% executive match on your personally enrolled. So the ones that you may have other consultants in your business. So say I enroll Brian. Brian has 3 consultants in his business. They're under me. They're not my personal consultants. The executive match is on your personal consultants. You still get paid on the volume on all those other people indefinitely, but it's your personal enrolled that you get that 10% match. Huge, huge. Plus that $1,000 bonus. We already talked about that. So look at this here. Compensation plan positives. This is another feature that people should look at and people should understand because this is not typical in the industry. You don't stock anything. You're not driving around with 5,000 pounds of protein in your trunk. You don't have a garage and storage full of all these supplements. You don't store anything. Isagenix sends your customer their products directly from them to you, okay? There's no delivery that you have to be involved with. You don't have to be involved with customer service. Breakaways mean you stop getting paid at certain levels. So you hear of MLMs or multi-level marketing. We are not a multi-level marketing company. We are a network marketing company, okay? Breakaways mean I may enroll a few people, and once you go down 5 levels deep, the company takes that volume away from me and they put it somewhere else. What does that mean? I hit the pavement every single day. I have to be an enrollment basically. I have to keep enrolling, and I have to keep selling. This company says, look, enroll if you want, share this if you want, but if you don't, you're still going to get paid deep on the people that are sharing this. And that's why when we go through parts of our lives and times of our lives, we may have the throttle on and be building, but we can also take a month or 2 or 6 months or 8 months off. I know people have taken a couple of years off and they're still getting paid because of what they've built in the beginning. So there are no breakaways. There are no levels. When I talk to people, I love talking to people in other companies. No one has a compensation plan like this. And they say, wait a second, they tell me that at 7 levels deep, they lose their volume. I'm like, wait a second. If I have 2 companies and they have comparable products, which we know they don't, when they have comparable products, am I gonna want to be with a company that pays me indefinitely deep, or a company that's going to stop paying me after 5 or 6 levels and I have to go hustle again? And that's really not residual. Just like if you write a song in the 70s, you keep getting paid every time it's played now, versus write a song in the 70s and in the 80s, I get that song taken away from me, right? That's one of the huge differences with this compensation plan. We get paid weekly. The earned BV never goes away. It's banked in our business until we cycle. And that is huge. And I could elaborate on that, but for tonight's training, the volume stays. You never lose it as long as you're using over 100 points every month yourself, and you have 1 active consultant on your left and 1 active consultant on your right. Or you have an cumulative 100 points on your right, cumulative on your left. Simple. It's simple. You keep your position in your tree. And this is why I think now we have 254, 255 millionaires in this business. And then we have thousands of other multiple six-figure income earners. And we have, I don't know how many more people that are earning 50, 60, 70. I mean, we have a lot of people making a lot of money. Why? Because you keep your position in your tree. And so this business grows under you. You always have new people being put under you. It's incredible. And the design of this program is just ingenious. You build deep, never wide, and you get paid on both legs. That's what your ISA card looks like. Once you make $1, the company sends you this prepaid, beautiful black Visa card. And every week, every Monday, we love Mondays, you get an email that says how much they've loaded onto your card. You have a back office, which you can explore in there and invite the person or your sponsor to show you your back office. Log on there. You can see when you make PIBs, bonuses. You can see your cycles right away. You can see real time getting paid. It's incredible. Our accountants love, everybody in here, when you send your reports to your accountants, they love them because they're so clean and easy to read. But that's your Visa card. And then you could have it transferred once a month or once a week, depending on how much you're making and when you want to do that. We don't suggest leaving all your money on your card because if you lose it, it's a prepaid card. So transfer it into your bank account. Super simple to do. Goal setting is important. I want you to look on here and I want you to see what these weekly cycles mean and rank advancements. So when someone is 1 star, so now you become an executive and you can also become 1 star as a director, even a consultant. But when you hit 1 star, that means you've cycled between 10 and 19 times in a week. Remember, 1 cycle is $54. So times 10, $540. Times 19, you can do the math. So if you're cycling 10 to 19 times a week, you're making between $28,000 and $53,000 for the year. If you're a 2 star, you're cycling 20 to 39 cycles per week. That's between $56,000 and $109,000 a year. So getting to 2 star is usually a life-changing event. 1 star is 2. Don't get me wrong. An extra $28,000 in my household. Are you kidding? That's a lot of money. I think $500 a week, is a lot of money. $500 a month is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. But if you plug into this, I'll tell you, people that are on this call that have been in this business and generating revenue from this will tell you it is not difficult, right? It's not always easy, but it's a simple program. It's a simple design on how to make money. We go to work to make it difficult. It's really not. So as you go down, I'm not going to read all these stars and whatnot. 5 star, you're cycling between 100 and 149 cycles a week. And that's without bonuses. So here's 6 star, 7 star. So what happens at 8 star, and a lot of you may be saying, $702,000 a year, there's no way, or I can't conceive this. We're not going to spend time on this. Let's just, there's a lot of people in this business in our company doing this. Does everybody get there? No. And it's not overnight. You got to put the work in. But we have people that it took 2 years, took 3 years, took 5 years to do this, longer and shorter. You get out what you put in, but it is possible. And there's a lot of people that can attest to this. So when you look at platinum, so basically what happens after you get to 8 star, you max out your center. And again, for the purposes of this call, you keep making that money, but Isagenix gives you another business center above your spot, which means that you don't stop making that $702,000. You can start making all this incredible money. But again, I want to keep this simple and attainable for a lot of people that are seeing this. How does this business work? How are you making so much money, or a lot of people making this type of money? It's because of compound or accelerated growth. You put $10 in your bank every month, you don't touch it, and after 50 years, you have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Why? Because of the compound effect, right? And this is what we all hope happens in the market. But this is the simple reason why. Because if you take a penny and you start off day one, this is a 30-year journey with me, so stick with me. So over the 30 days, this is what's going to happen. If you double a penny starting day one, so on day one, you start with 2 pennies, and you double 2 pennies every day, at the end of 10 days, you have $10, right? But what happens after the second 10 days, you have $10,000. So take a penny, day one, you start with 2 pennies, and double it every day. On the 20th day, you have $10,000. Okay? So what's happening here is this compound or accelerated growth. Times 2, times 2. Okay? On the second 10 days, by day 30, you have $10 million. Now, Many of you have seen this. If you haven't seen this before, get out your calculator, or when this is over and you're watching the review of this video, do it on your calculator and you'll see it happens every single time. This is what accelerated growth or compound interest or the compound effect means. It takes time to go from day 21 to day 30, right? So that's one of the reasons why people leave this business. There is attrition. They think that they're going to be in this business and make a ton of money. In fact, year one, people overestimate what they're going to make the first year. They grossly overestimate what they're going to make in the first year. Or they were sold a bill of goods. Their buddy said, come on in, you don't have to do anything, give me some names and we're going to get you to $1 million in 6 months. Not only did they make $1 million, they made, far less than what they thought they were going to make. And that's what most people go through. Understand there's some longevity here. The first year, there's a lot of work in that. But what happens is they overestimate what they make the first year, but they grossly underestimate what they're about to make year 2, 3, 4. Because what's happening is the third 10 days are kicking into effect. And that's where the residual money starts to change lives in a big, big way. So what does that mean? So let's look at this. This is the power of residual income. This is what if you want to make money in the market today, okay, we're going to use a 5% return, and many of you are laughing that know the market. No one makes 5% anymore. You're lucky if you make 2%, 1.5, or let's just say 2%, right? That'd be a great thing that's happening. But let's look at what if you're making 5% in the market today? In order to make $1,000, so there's passive income where you're not actively working for it. So if you own 10 McDonald's, you're getting money from those 10 McDonald's, but you still have to run and manage, right? That's passive income. Residual means you wrote a song once and it pays you over and over and over again, and you're doing other things. You're not writing that song anymore. You're not building that business anymore. That's real residual income. That's the top 4% of our country. Okay, they found out wealth. Buffett's, Kiyosaki, Pilsner, all the big wigs that you can think of. Getty, of course. That's residual income. So if you want to make $1,000 residual a month, $1,000 a month, you need $240 in the bank. You got to put liquid. You got to put $240,000 in the bank just to make $1,000 residual every month. We're talking about something that can remove us from our job, or an exit strategy, or a retirement plan. You guys, that's 4 cycles a week. That's 4 cycles a week. That's not even a star yet, right? We have people doing this in their second month, third month. That's incredible. In their first month, if I just show you how to make $900 and we've done it with people in 2 weeks and 3 weeks, it's absolutely attainable. It takes some work, but it's attainable. But watch this. Who doesn't want to make $3,000 a month? That's residually, meaning you don't have to work for it anymore. In order to do that today, you need $720,000 in the bank somewhere. I don't care how much money you're making. Most people never have that much money, right? In our business, that's only 13 cycles, you guys. That's 13 cycles. 13 cycles in this business will get you residually what having $720,000 in the bank somewhere would do at 5% return. That's a 1-star. Lisa and I have been doing this for 6 years. We're 5-star. Okay. And again, we have 2 multiple 6-figure incomes, and I'm only sharing with you because I want to tell you that we've been doing this. And we are not the fastest builders. In fact, we didn't build this fast. We were steady and we were consistent and we had focus. And a couple times in our journey, we were taken out of the game. And we actually stopped this for a year because we were dealing with a sick child. But from what we built before that year, brought us through. So we were cycling and making money from our team. That's why you've got to really understand what this is and catch this vision. This is bigger than anything out there that I've ever seen. I love what I do as a practitioner, but I have to go to work and adjust people and treat people every day when I'm in the clinic in order to make money. And I enjoy that, but I've also been married to my business where I had no freedom. Now I do have freedom and I practice the way I want to practice, right? But look at this, 1-star. Many of you that are watching this are 2 and 3 and 4-star. 1-star, that's 3,000 residual every month. So there's so much power to this. And some of you may say, wow, I get this, but I got stumped at a previous slide. Don't worry. As simple as this is, you may have to look at this 1 or 2 times. You'll have the recording. What I want you to know is that there's a way we start people off right. And when we weren't getting some results, in our business, at least for me, I had to look at what my standards were. My standards, I wasn't holding my standards very high. I didn't know I wasn't doing this, but I wasn't starting people off the right way all the time. Okay. So this is how we start people off. And there's different ways. And if you have a way that's working for you, the most important thing is you've got to keep it simple. You've got to keep it simple, but also I want people to qualify for my time, for your time. There's some busy and powerful business builders on this call right now. And your time is important because when I'm not in my clinic, when I'm not working on Isagenix, I want to be with my family, with my kids. That's just as important. That's actually more important to me than any of those other businesses is my family. But we've got to make money. And I'm working my butt off now so I can get out of the grind. You know, we have this conversation about the grind. Go to work, come home. You go to work, you trade time for money. You're gone for 8, 10, 12 hours. And you miss life over time, many of us. Whether you like what you do or you don't like what you do. Most people don't like what they do. There's some of you that do, but you're still trading time for money. So I want people on my team, if I'm going to give my time, if you're going to give your time for your team, have some standards. These are my standards. When I enroll somebody and they want to make money, awesome. Bob, you're going to go to isagenixbusiness.com, go through steps 1 through 3. Then you're going to go to a document in our Limitless team page. There's one document called Inviting Prospects. Just read through it. You don't have to memorize it yet. I just want you to read through it. And then, right, this is super simple, but this is who's going to qualify for my time. Otherwise, when I enroll somebody, if I'm going to give my time to them and they're not really interested in making money, I want it more for them than they do, right? How many on this call have wanted someone else to do really well in this business more than they wanted to? It's miserable because you're pulling these people through the mud. Why aren't you getting on team calls? Why aren't you calling me through for a 3-way call? Why aren't you recommending this program to people? Why? And that's okay. Everybody's on their own journey. But these are my standards. If you want my time to coach, then this is what I require. isagenixbusiness.com, go through steps 1 through 3. Read the inviting document so you know how to talk to people, right? At least know how to approach people without smothering people. And number 3, call me for a coaching call. And that's when I'll get on the phone and we'll go over your list of people. We'll go over Healthy Mind and Body. We'll go over Isagenix, IsaBody Challenge. And I go through a document called the New Associate Interview. There's a lot of questions on there. There's a bunch of pages. I grab probably 2 of those pages, 2 or 3, and I select the most important questions. I want to know what someone's financial goal is. I want to know what they're willing to put in to get to that financial goal every week. If they tell me 2 hours a week, I'm golden. I'm great. I can usually get them to their financial goal or help them get there if they're willing to plug in and be coachable. If they're willing to put in 6 hours a week, oh my goodness, that's incredible. If they want to put 15 hours a week, so you can work with them and you'll find out their goals, and how you get to have that conversation very simply is something called the New Associate Interview. It's in the back office. You can Google anything, Google Isagenix New Associate Interview, and it'll pop up and you can print it out and go over it with your new people. So there's a lot more that I could go over, but it has been so beneficial for me to stop right here and then go back to where people need help or to reiterate or have a little conversation with. We're 46 minutes in, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. And I'm going to stop recording.